All right, hey, John.
Hey, I'm here at the PAX Grotto, just hanging out with the PAX bunnies, waiting for you all to ask me some questions. I'm meeting some nerds too.
All right, John, you knew these were coming,
I hate you guys.
so let's get this out of the way.
I'm already so angry.
Any updates on the Beatles DLC?
Yeah, we have some huge announcements to make. No, there's no updates on Beatles DLC. God, Jesus. No, we want, ready? Okay. We have a great relationship with the Beatles, and we, of course, we want more Beatles DLC for Rock Band. We have no news to announce at this time, and it's the same thing I say every month. If there's news, you're going to hear about it. We'll make some saber-rattling noise. And, of course, never say never. That's always the watchword. Oh, zombies.
I like zombies. All right, so more Muse DLC. Can we has now? What's the deal? Come on.
Hope they fall down a flight of stairs fast. I've been pretty clear about my opinions when they ask me that question. Not my opinions of Muse, or the opinions of Muse DLC being a good idea. My opinion of that question being asked literally every 30 seconds, wherever I go.
We love Muse.
I don't know. It's complicated. It's not like, oh, I called my friend Muse, and he was like, no. And I was like, come on. He's like, okay. It's not like that. There's like business people involved, and labels, and MTV, and it's not just like a turn of a switch. So I don't know. Ask them. Why are you asking them about Muse DLC? Why are you bothering me all the time? I'm here at PAX. I'm not with Muse.
All right, so those are over
Yes,
done with. Yeah, was
there's
that
no
a
Muse
no?
DLC coming immediately. That is a factual
Wait,
statement.
immediately. So does that mean that there's some in?
Yes, that's what it means. Of course. Yeah, read into everything I say. No, we don't have any news, and I don't think we have any tracks in the near future. So we're hoping for some. I would love more Muse. Muse is great gameplay. It's one of my favorite songs we have in Rock Band, in the family of Rock Band.
All right, so some online questions. Will Rock Band 3 have improved matchmaking capabilities for finding online players with the same DLC as you, or at least those with a larger volume of DLC? So will DLC come into play for any of the matchmaking?
No, I understand the question. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I think that I know that we've done some stuff where we'll be able to sort of show you. I know in terms of the set list, for example, that if you're playing a friend's set list that they challenge on, you don't have that DLC, you'll be able to buy it from within that set list. So we're trying to like make that upsell possible for you. If you're like, oh, I want to play this set list my friend has, and I have all but one song, and get it right away.
That's very cool.
But online matchmaking, I'm not gonna lie to you, we have not played this game online from the community team at all, because we have literally been beating the pavement, playing it face to face with people, and also it's so complicated when you have 7 all instruments mode on all the time. But I'm sure that our designers thought about that. I am also fairly confident we didn't totally solve that problem to the community's liking. But sorry, I think it might be better. Check back. I will ask that question to Brian Chan, the senior designer at Rock Band 3.
Can the new road challenges,
yes,
the 30 minutes
yes,
road challenges, can they be done online or only locally?
Online. It's
online.
the same as a normal band career campaign.
All right.
Extravaganza.
Is there more to regular tour aside from doing a boatload of challenges? So is there a structured tour to play?
So no, that's sort of what road challenges are. Otherwise, your band is sort of always playing. So whenever you're signing to a profile, we're tracking individual goals and score for that band and for that sort of like band leader.
Okay.
And that's that sort of meta score you see up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Upper right-hand. I'm reversing it for you.
Is that my right or your right?
No, and so that person's band is always going to be adding fans for every goal it's achieved, and for every song they finish, even in quick play, even in road challenges, even in the trainers. They're always sort of leveling up their band as if they're leveling up a character in an RPG. Okay. And that's sort of the narrative of like the movies that you've seen unlocked, the vignettes that are going through. That's where that comes from. It's not like there is a tour mode that we haven't revealed yet. Okay. You're going to either play road challenges for that tour-like experience of going through a set of venues and challenges in a row, or you'll be able to play sort of the general open world of the game and add to your band's value that way.
Okay, cool.
This is also always, to the best of my knowledge, as someone who plays this game a lot, but mostly plays quick play, and does my best to remember things.
Right. So, does the online mode support up to 5 players so everyone gets scored, or is it just like local play where everybody except vocals gets scored? There's no.
You mean
5...
for all instruments mode?
Yeah, there's no.
I don't think we're doing a fifth. You can't have a 5th person join your band.
Okay.
Because in all instruments mode, we're actually assigning those microphones to a controller that's existing. We wouldn't have a 5th port to add in that matchmaking session. Again, that's the best of my understanding, having played online only a little bit in this game. But from the technical side, I don't see how we would do that. So vocals would not be scored in the event you were playing all instruments mode in some way online, like if you had them in a room or something like that. Right. But if you're playing local, if you're playing less than 5 controller signed, right? If you're playing like any sort of 4 combination of like guitar, keys, drums, and vocals, or guitar, bass, drums, and vocals, then the vocals would be scored, and harmonies would be local to one console as they were on Beatles Rock Band.
Okay.
Ha!
Excellent.
Science.
Character creator.
So good. Oh, we haven't even
Can
shut it off yet. It's so good.
Can you tell us some about it?
Oh,
like
God,
we
it's
haven't
so
seen
insane.
anything about it, at least that I know of.
So we're gonna go way more in depth in the next couple of weeks. I think actually we're flying out to show some internet people the thing. But you may have seen, if you saw any of the footage from Gamescom, our band that Kyle created of us, of the community team. Way more specific. There's a huge amount of work put into like the face creator now. You'll be able to really customize the features of the face, elongating and stretching things. Your character won't have to be either like super muscular or super Wraith thin. There's actually a little bit of, you can get a little fatter this time around. Tons more clothing options. Same customization depth that we've had in all of our games. And the characters just look a lot better. Like, I mean, you've seen some of the trailers we put out there. Like a lot sharper. They're the lighting's a lot different. I think the character team did an amazing job. They've been working for 2.5 straight years because during Beatles they were mostly just doing modeling. So the character creation has been something they've been cranking on for 2+ years. It's out of
So
control.
is any of the clothing and hairstyles, are they being carried over? Are we going to be able to like recreate our favorite characters?
Yes, I believe almost all the character assets that are sort of like those core assets you're talking about will be able to be available in their newer format. Obviously, we've had to re-res them and make them all different again, but you've seen a lot of them already recreated. And a lot of the prefabs even, like Duke of Gravity, they sort of made their way in the game too.
Okay. All right, so for the custom characters, can their animation style be changed after you assign it? So can you switch from your like...
I think we took that out of the game.
Okay.
I haven't seen that in any of the character creators we've done. I know it did some stuff, but I don't think it actually made a lot of sense textually.
Okay, so that's
like,
not even in there at all?
No, I think the animations are now a lot more specific to like the song and specific to the...
Okay.
You know, we chart all that animation stuff into the data, so I think it's going to be focused more on that. The character is not going to drive the animation style anymore.
Okay.
Very specific question from the hardcore fans.
Yeah, of course.
I respect that.
Now, there's only 4 characters on screen at once. Is that correct?
I'm looking into clarifying that because I thought that wasn't the case, but then some of our trailers have had that be the case, which I'm guessing where that question's coming from. So I will take that question back to the studio and I will ask someone smarter than me because I've seen builds of both of it.
Okay.
And I don't know which way it ended up going. I'm sure if we ended up having only 4 characters, it's a processor thing and like a load thing, but I will get that answer for you and bring it back to Rock Band 8.
All right.
Tommy, send me an email. I'll remember and get you an answer.
Okay, so if I make a set list
Yes.
and I choose a male song to sing, will I see a male character, or is it going to be a random? Could it be a random female character singing this male song?
If you've assigned a slot in your band to a character.
Okay, so you can assign.
If you've signed like the rest of your band, right?
Okay.
Like you could in Rock Band 2, like assigning your what the fuck's it called?
Like
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Like when you go in and if you're like a single player and you want to like create the rest of your band to look like you and feel like you can assign those other slots to a character you've created.
Yes.
You can do that in Rock Band 3. If you assign that character will sing. Just like if you signed it as your character singing, you would be your character, not a prefab. You know, or, sorry, not a random pick prefab. You'd be the character you picked. Otherwise, if you haven't slotted in a vocalist and you don't have one slotted in, I think we try to match gender as much as we can.
Okay.
I think we've always tried to do that. I think.
Can we share our characters with our friends? Like, can we share characters? I think somebody asked this at the panel. Something about
in the
carrying
panel,
over.
Brian told us, which I actually was really surprised about, or Dan told us that it's actually stored in your save game data. So you can bring a save game on the memory unit or whatever and load that save game up, but you can't really like port your character out to like the USB thumb drive and pop it in and have it load up. You have to like actually load your save game to your profile. Since the profiles are all independent now with that arcade interface, it should be a little easier to manipulate this time for something you're really passionate about.
Okay. Any more details on Rock Band 2 exporting for the consoles?
Yep.
Possibility?
We're doing it.
You guys mentioned Wii.
We're doing it for all 3 consoles.
Awesome.
We have not announced, you know, like we always have this issue, we have to relicense every song from the disc. And we always have a couple songs that get complicated. We're doing our best to get every single song, but we'll have some announcements to make in the next couple days about pricing and every song that's coming out and all that good stuff. But yeah, disc export's happening for all 3 consoles. For all
DLC pricing, is that going to be the same in Rock Band 3, or is that going to go up at all?
We're changing the songs, the normal songs,
Right.
the normal charted songs, even the addition of keyboard. To my knowledge, we're keeping the same price.
Okay.
When we're adding things like Pro Guitar and Pro Bass, there's a lot more work to do, so there will probably be an additional fee for that if we add those. I mean, that's going to be more selective also because the install base is smaller and it's a new thing, and not every piece of content really demands Pro Guitar charting.
Okay.
So it's going to be it's going to be sort of an ongoing thing. We're going to be testing it out, trying it out. It's sort of a whole new thing of like having multiple tiers of DLC. We really don't want the general population of Rock Band DLC buyers who don't buy Pro Guitars to have to like subsidize all the Pro Guitar dudes, right? So like we know a lot of people reading Rock Band 8 will be some of those people, and they're really, you know, they're the hardcore. We want to support them and give them the content they want. we don't want to alienate all the people who are playing for fun, who want a $2 song, they want a 99-cent song once in a while. So that's my explanation of that.
Clothing and instrument DLC. I think we saw a couple
You may have seen some things.
things. What's going on with that?
That's a great question. That is a really good question.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Anything you'd like to share?
No, nothing to share. We were talking more about that kind of area. We've always struggled to do that in our games. People always ask for more clothing and instrument content after we launch, and we've never been able to do it before. So we've had a long time to work on this game. We've been able to pull some stuff off, so hopefully we'll have some cool stuff to show you in the next couple weeks.
Awesome. All right, GameStop pre-order songs. People want to know: are they gonna be able to get them after the fact?
What do you think? Do you think we're really going to release 3 songs and make them exclusive forever to a pre-order campaign? Like, really, you know how minds, right? Like, the question really should be, how long will they be exclusive? And how much will they cost when they come out for everyone else when you pre-order there? The answer is, I don't know how long they'll be exclusive. And I don't know how much they're going to cost when they come out for everything else. But no, they won't be exclusive forever to that offer.
Okay,
But you do get them for free if you order through GameStop, and you will have to pay for them if you buy them later. They're not going to be like a free offer for everybody now. So there's a good reason to pre-order there. There's also good reasons to pre-order everywhere. Go to rockband.com and click through the pre-order pages for every site. Bye.
All right. So questions about a super bundle. Is there any like super bundle coming out with like
Nope.
the Squire, the keys?
Nope. Stop asking.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. It's also different companies. You're talking about like a guitar from Fender, a disc that EA technically is the one putting on the shelves, a piece of hardware from Mad Catz. It's like, look, we brought the Beatles together with video games. We've made some big deals over time, but like you're asking a lot. They'll all be sold standalone, and they're all a la carte. 'Cause we think actually people really want to customize their experience to buy their specific band. You know, they don't want everything to be one big giant box. You know who really doesn't want that? Retailers. They do not like big boxes. Their shelves are tiny.
All right. Mustang and Squire. Can
Yes.
you use those to play non-pro
Yeah.
guitar songs?
Mustang, you definitely can. Squire, I don't believe that you can.
Okay.
Dan said that in the panel too. I think it's a technical thing. Like, it just doesn't work. So we're not going to enable it if it doesn't work. But the Squire, or the Mustang, you definitely can. I played it the other day. It's fun. It's different. The neck is longer, so it's actually a decent span compared to a normal 5-button guitar.
Any possibility now or in the future of a 4-string pro bass
There's
controller?
always a possibility in the future. But let's be honest with each other. I love the bass. You love the bass. But why not get a controller that can play pro bass and pro guitar? I think the value to the consumer is better. It's an expensive controller as it is. I don't know if we'd actually sell that many pro basses beyond the people who are going to be reading this and go, yes, you would. Everyone I know would buy one. I'm like,
Right.
yes. Everyone you know would buy one. But everyone
not
that
everybody
buys
else.
Rock Band wouldn't buy one. So for right now, no. I mean, I think down the road it could be a specialty item that they create, so maybe some specialty orders for. The stuff we're building with Squire is really, really, really complicated. Like, it's... I'm really excited about it because it's the first thing we've done in a while that's like totally revolutionary in the hardware world. The kind of thing that we go to Engadget and they're like blown away and they see crazy stuff every day. So you be patient. And I understand why you want a bass. I get it actually. Like, I was really excited about that idea too. But think about how many people we'd be able to get those in the hands of and realize that down the road maybe we'll come up with something cool like that. But for right now, it's gonna start with pro guitar. Never say never in the future. Keep asking politely and constructively on the forums.
All right, just a couple more.
Yes.
Is there a tab reading mode or something similar for regular guitar owners who want to play through?
Yes, so sort of. There's a modifier that we'll be talking about more on rockband.com in an article that I think we just are going to post in the next week or two that Sylvana's writing about game modifiers in the game.
Okay.
Some really cool modifiers this time around. And I'll just give you an exclusive right now on one of them because I've been talking about it, but no one's written about it. But I know you guys probably will.
Tommy will transcribe this
Tommy
whole
will
thing.
transcribe the whole. Hey Tommy,
Yeah.
how you doing? I love you.
Bro
So there's a mode. Yeah, bro. Let's bro down. There's a mode in Rock Band 3 for Pro Guitar where you can turn on a modifier. So the finger wave shows you where your index finger is, that number, and then the rest of it's just a shape. There's a mode that you can turn on that actually will show you where every finger should be in that shape. So it'll say for a power chord, or for a bar chord, it will say if you're on the 4th fret, it'll have 4s for everything except for the notes that are higher, and it'll have 6s for those and 5 for the one above that. So it gets really complicated. We show you the position of every single fret in that chord. The reason we didn't include that as the normal shipping mode in the game is because it is terrifying. It is like hundreds of notes and numbers screaming down the screen at you, and it's like if you're a real pro guitar player, you'll be totally used to it, but if you're not, it's like unfathomably complicated. So the design team did a lot of work. They did a great job. We're really excited about it. But that modifier is there if you are trying to figure out something. I actually turned it on once trying to play the Phoenix song. I couldn't figure out what the shape was, and I didn't want to go in the trainer because I was lazy. Just show that cheat on, and I was like, oh, this is actually not as hard as I thought it was. So check that out. Many more game modifiers coming soon. You'll see more of them in a write-up in a couple days at rockband.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so since the announcement of the Rock Band Pro feature,
Yes.
have there been any changes in the way bands have reacted to, wanting to be in Rock Band?
No, not yet, really. I'm hoping. I think it's because the real guitar has not taken over the world yet. So I think maybe November, December we'll start seeing some reaction. I would love to hear about people who've said that they think that the 5-lane guitar is sort of a waste of kids' time. Think about it now, because actually, I don't 100% disagree with them in some respects. Like, I get the idea if you're a real musician, like, why aren't these kids learning real music? And I mean, obviously the argument is like they're inspired to learn real music after they get through the fun of playing a game, but they don't really care about that argument. But now I'd love to see what they have to say about, like, look, we are teaching them real guitar, we're doing it through the fun of gameplay. I've always said, and I have no dealings with him in the music side of our game, but like, I would kill for Prince to be in our game. I know he was very vocal about wanting to have, a more potent experience that kids are going to play their times in the video game. So the internet's over, so he'll never see this video. He declared the internet to be dead, but I really wish that he would check out the Pro Guitar. Maybe could have some cool content with him and other people too.
Full band tiering, is that in the game?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, shit, these questions are good questions. You should send me an email. I will write up the rest of these answers with someone from the actual design team who knows the answers. Because I think that because we're not assigning everyone to one profile anymore, and it's sort of like the band is a little more flexible. We've sort of eliminated that collective tour and sort of separated into like you're always campaigning. I don't know if we would still have a full band mode. Let me check back with that. These are very good questions. I don't mean to seem like I'm sidestepping. No, I legitimately just don't want to give you the wrong answer and then have you be mad at me later. Because I
can never be mad at you.
That's a fucking lie. You are a liar. Lies.
Bass solos. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes?
I think so. Didn't we see them?
I don't know, did we?
Oh, we did. Well, I'll double check on that too.
This weekend?
No, I thought that someone saw a video of them online and was like, bass solos confirmed, FTW, and I was like, I guess they're confirmed. I'll double check on that as well.
All right.
I'm gonna do a lot of recon.
I guess we need to double check too.
All the interviews I've been doing lately, I'm gonna be honest with you, have been really like broad, like what is Rock Band 3? And I have not had hard-hitting questions in a while, so I'm a little out of shape. But I will get you answers to all of these questions because they're really easy and good questions to get you the correct information for, so you can prepare for October 26th. We all get to rock together.
Is that the right date?
Is that the right date? Yes. Yes, it is.
You.
November 4th is the other date, and I get them confused. A lot on my mind. Mostly making you guys happy.
2 more.
Bring it. All day, every day.
Any new calibration settings options? Has that changed at all? I know a lot of people kind of complained about Green Day and the calibration, and
I don't mean to roll my eyes, but people also tell me all the time setups that I know are calibrated right are totally badly calibrated, and I just like, some of the people who are complaining are science, and I believe in them. A lot of people who are complaining just are sort of have no rhythm and are upset. And blame us for their lack of problems, or for their lack of ability. But I think the calibration is very similar. We obviously fine-tune everything every time we do a new game, so it should be even better than before. But similar setup. If you got auto cal, it should work great. None of you are calibrating anywhere near as much as I'm calibrating. I calibrate literally a different setup every day. And I'm pretty satisfied with our calibration system, so I'm just saying, look, if anyone's going to complain, it's going to be me.
Alright, last one. Big rock endings. Are they in Rock Band 3? I don't think we've seen them yet.
I know that we took a lot of songs that faded out and turned them into hard stops. I haven't seen a big rock ending yet. Have you?
I don't think I have.
Did you see Freebird? Did Freebird end with a big rock ending?
I haven't seen Freebird yet.
Let's go watch Freebird.
Alright, we're going to go watch Freebird.
Alright, cool. That's all I got. I'll get the answers to all those other questions. I'm sorry that they are not on point in my mind right now, but we want to make sure that you guys, everyone in the hardcore community, knows exactly what they want to know. So, I'll go back to the office in Cambridge for my one day in the office this month. When I'm not on the road, I will literally lock Brian, Shannon, Sylvana in a room and get you all the answers and bring them back to this little portal around us.
This is a beautiful place.
I was talking about the website that we're in.
Oh, we don't care about that.
Tiffany's fire.
John, thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for answering all our questions.
See you soon.